What up, people? It's your boy Mellow Man Ace, and it is 7 p.m. Tell somebody to tell somebody, tell somebody to come on and get live with us. Welcome to the Havana Lounge podcast. Today, I'm working on slowing the fuck down, taking my time with it a little bit, finesse it a little bit more. Nobody said anything or anything, but I've been looking at my game film from the last 5 weeks of shows, and I feel like I need to tone my energy down a little bit, you know what I mean? And just let the game come to me a little bit more. So, welcome to the Havana Lounge podcast. Never mind my ramble. It is Thursday, 7 p.m. Welcome back. We got a loaded show for you tonight, at least I think so. We're gonna talk wine. We're going to talk cigars how we normally do. And we're going to talk some sports, and we're going to talk some music tonight. We got my man Joseph Blackwell from Queens, New York is in the house. We're going to talk a little underground hip hop before we bring in the legend Arabian Prince, who is already in the building with his man Kelly, and everything is lovely. P, you good? P is good. Exposure Atomic is in the house. You guys good? Everything is good. True indeed. I feel fresh to death. I got my Baps Only shirt on, provided to me by my man DJ Severe at Dodger Stadium, DJ Deluxe. Enough respect to him. Family, here we go, man. Let's get right into it. Get your popcorn ready. I am Mellow Man Ace. This is the Havana Lounge podcast. I'm excited, although I'm trying to tone my shit down, you know, and bring you some good fly shit here tonight. Welcome back to another week. Let's pick up where we were last week. Albert Pujols, a motherfucking Dodger. Yes. Good move, front office, bringing a legend finally to LA, Dodger Blue. I think he's still got about another 40 Jacksons left in him. What do you say, Blackwell? At least, right? So yeah, I believe he's got about another 40 home runs before he really taps out. I'm excited. Paul's putting on his Brooklyn Nets jersey because they are in second place in the Eastern Conference, and we'll get into that. But wait a minute. Oh, my TikTok. We'll skip TikTok this week.
We have something else.
What is that?
We have you at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to run that for you a little bit in a second here. Check this out. I played in a golf tournament the other day called the JSO Classic. It's a foundation put together to help underprivileged children and kids in the inner city. It was a great tournament. Played over at Sherwood Golf Club, Country Club, I should say, in Woodland Hills, California. I had a blast. You guys know how I get when I play golf. If you've never played with me, you should, get your money up and then come fuck with us. My man Prince is in the house. He plays with me frequently. We play together, and we got some things to talk about on that note a little bit later. But yeah, I mean, it was a great tournament, and I found this one right here. This cigar, we're lucky enough to get them from a company called Old Oak Cigar and Wine Company. A great little cigar, man. I took it on the golf course that day. Boom, can you see that? Oh, yeah, man. This thing, hand rolled, okay, and the aroma was fantastic. The burn was even and smooth, man. It really was all that. At first I thought it was gonna be, you know, like a little dog situation, you know, but nah, man, it fooled the shit out of me, man. It was bomb. And if you're interested in this cigar, I'm telling you it's good. Tap in with them at 805-494-1886 down there in Thousand Oaks, California. Great cigar, man. I have 3 left. I'm gonna take one out tomorrow again and do the do. All right, I'll be on the golf course again tomorrow, and I think Saturday I have another round over at Alhambra Golf Course, man, getting it in. Just getting tight for my tournament on Monday. The Hispanic Chamber won the 100. What is it? The Hispanic 100 Foundation is putting on a great golf course, a golf tournament on Monday. I believe it's at Reseda Country Club, I think. Don't quote me on that. But it's going to be an all-star lineup. It's going to be loaded. Oscar De La Hoya will be in the house. George Lopez will be in the house. My goodness. Tito Ortiz will be in the house. I didn't know he was an avid golfer, but he is. I look forward to meeting that brother. I've never met him. The lineman for the Cincinnati Bengals, Anthony Munoz, will be in the house. Del Valle from Channel... I forget where she does the news because I don't watch TV, but she's really dope when she does her thing.
I think she's on 4 now.
I believe, yeah, I think she's on Channel 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She'll be in the house. I didn't know she was a golfer, but the more the merrier. I'm looking forward to that. Hosted by Emilio Rivera of the Mayans hit TV show. And I'm excited. I'm thankful that, you know, I finally got the call. I got called up to be in this one by Emilio himself, and I'm real thankful to be a part of it. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I think if I can save one of those cigars, it'll go out with me. But if not, I'll have a review next week of whatever I do take out there with me. All right? That's where we at. So let's run the clip of my welcome back to Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers and everybody up there, my man Eric, my man DJ Severe, were like, Mello, when you come back. Now remember, I haven't been to the stadium since 1934. Nah, since 2019. Since 2019, COVID season, I didn't go. Nobody else did either. But this is a clip of what happened to me at Dodger Stadium. Paulie, run the clip. Yeah, no doubt. That was fly. That was fly. Welcome to the show. My man Joseph Blackwell is here with me. But I had a great time at Dodger Stadium, man. I mean, if you're gonna go back to Dodger Stadium after a year and a half, you know, that's the way to do it right there. You know, get on the Jumbotron situation. Okay. They playing my music in the background, all queued up and everything. So I want to say respect to my guys, DJ Severe and my man Eric, for setting that up. Usually when that happens, yes, I already know it's going down like that because we get love like that from the best in town, man. So I had a blast. Dodgers won that day, and you know, they kept it pushing. What's up?
Just need to move the camera a little bit there. There we go.
Oh, all right, cool. So yeah, that was my welcome back to Dodger Stadium, and by the same token, I'd like to welcome to the Havana Lounge podcast my man Joseph Blackwell. What up, fam?
Hey, what's going on, bro? Good
Queens,
to be here.
New York is in the house.
Yes, indeed.
And my man Blackwell is here because he came into town surprisingly today, and I said, man, why don't you come on the show and we could talk a little bit of shop, talk some music, talk about who you are, let the people know the beats that you make, and then maybe play one of your songs, a video, sure. Give them a little something. So let them know. You know, we've worked together in the past.
Yes.
Right? And we're working on another project right now.
Yep.
Tell them a little bit about yourself.
I'm originally from Queens, New York. I'm living in the Bay Area now. My day job is power plant operations, so it's taking me all over the country. I went straight from high school into the nuclear Navy. I worked aboard the USS Enterprise, the same ship that's in Top Gun.
Yeah.
So I was a nuclear operator in the nuclear plant on board the aircraft carrier. Did that for 5 years. I got out. I started working at a power plant in Queens, and kept doing music on the side.
Sure.
I was stationed in Alameda, right between Oakland and San Francisco.
Sure.
So I was there for the tail end of the Bay Area explosion, that being, Too Short, Hammer, In Vogue, Tony, Digital Underground.
Sure.
Rest in peace to Shock G.
Absolutely.
Who I knew. I actually was at the video shoot for Do What You Like, believe it or not. So yeah. we
That's
go
the one
back
at the
that
hotel,
far.
right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
hotel party?
That happened to be a hotel that Navy members frequented because we had a discount, and I happened to be staying there the weekend with him and the whole production crew, and about 70 other people came in and
Facts.
shot the video throughout the whole weekend. It was a really wild time. He was a really spirited brother, great talent.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
A musician way beyond what most people knew.
True indeed.
So I got into the production game in the Bay Area. I worked in the same studios with Shock G. We would see the Tonys around. We would see Hammer. Everybody was, pretty much Joe Jams, Blind Joe Capers, legendary engineer.
Yeah.
Up in the Oakland Hills, he pretty much housed EA Ski.
EA Ski. Shout out to EA Ski. Can I get an applause for EA Ski, man?
Yes,
EA Ski. You've been putting it down for a long time, man.
So, I got started there. After maybe got into the day job, but, always kept something in the fire musically.
Yeah.
I started as a DJ, young in the streets of New York, like a lot of producers do.
Sure.
Went from DJing to production. And, eventually with the day job, I still always, frequented the studios as a hobby.
Yeah.
And eventually got to the point years later where, how I approached you eventually. I did the same thing with Chris Rivers, Big Pun's son.
Absolutely.
Who's on, my most famous, for lack of a better word, song. It's Hubble Telescope, which you guys have queued up.
Yeah.
It's Chris Rivers and myself and Mr. Cream, who's on Redman's label. He's Gilla House. He's also Redman's hype man. He
Okay.
tours with, shout out to Mr. Cream.
Shout out to him. Absolutely.
He tours with Red Meth wherever they go.
Okay. So how do you get to know all these cats, man?
I'm a pretty social person.
Yeah, you are.
I'm out and about. I travel a lot.
Yeah.
So, just minding my own business. We spoke on that a little earlier, how people would see me a lot of places at the music functions and stuff. And I would just mind my business. I'm at the bar. I'm, dancing when people actually danced in clubs.
Yeah.
Things of that nature. And
Right.
after a couple of times, most people would approach me because I wasn't doing, the groupie, clout chasing thing. I was just minding my business, but they
Sure.
saw me at all these functions.
Before clout chasing was
Yeah.
a term.
Exactly.
Right.
But, so my whole thing is, the music situation has kind of been turned upside down in the last, I don't know, what would you say, 7 to 10 years?
Yeah.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. And they took a lot of money out of it. It's no longer profitable to the level it once was.
Yeah.
And so that being the case, I always had a day job anyway, but it kind of made me and a lot of other people kind of step back from things.
Yeah.
But the love, pushed me to continue. I'm
Sure.
always going to do music, whether I just play it for myself in the car or just with friends like yourself,
Yeah.
So that was pretty much that. I put together a couple of independent projects. I got stuff on SoundCloud, and every once in a while, I got into video production because I saw too many good underground acts that had great songs and needed the visual push. Because these days, if you don't have visual to go with the audio, you're really kind of stuck in the mud. It's not really going anywhere. So I got into video production. I run a video production company, B-Boy International. So I've worked with mostly predominantly East Coast groups, Bank Eye Family. I did a video with John Jiggs. I got something going right now with Granddaddy IU from his last album, Slick Talk, which features about, I think there's 6 or 7 MCs on that one. It's like a 5-minute song. We just
Curious on that one?
he's
Curious
not on
George?
That. No, he's not on that one. But
I know you've rocked with Curious George real heavy,
shout
right?
out to George, definitely. Sure, George and Dave Dar. I actually came to LA trying to link with Dave Dar, but we just had a little hiccup yesterday and kind of missed each other. But shout out to Dave Dar, shout to Curious and George. I will get you and this man on the track sometime soon.
Take us to the wide shot, please. Please give us the wide shot.
As promised.
Right there.
So
I like that shot.
Go ahead. My thing is, I like to do a blend of the younger cats with the veterans. Just to show the continuity. I'm all about lyrics. I'm about flowing and emceeing. I spent 6 years in Houston, and it was kind of difficult because a lot of times, that isn't their focus. Now, I know great people in Houston, like, Jukebox from the original Ghetto Boys, my man DJ Gold, Jaime Bradshaw, who came from Memphis and transplanted in Houston and did a whole lot of, early Houston work. There's great music people down there, but as things have shifted, it's kind of got away from the basic tenets of what hip hop used.
This is true. No disrespect.
Yeah, definitely.
No disrespect to anybody
there's
over in Houston.
There's enough room for everything and everybody. My whole thing is.
Yeah, it's just that the playing field isn't level.
Yes.
You know what I mean? At the radio station level. And I think that's why so many people have tapped out of radio.
Right.
Just your average Joe Blow listener has even tapped out. You know what I mean?
Turned the radio off
We turned the radio off years ago. You and I, we both know that. But your basic consumer has done so too.
Yeah.
And they're looking elsewhere, Spotify. They got their own list of shit that they want to listen to, and that's where they stay.
Right.
That's dope, man. So you got a new project that you're working on, yeah?
Yes. I'm always.
Tell us about it.
I always keep. I have a producer project where I'm just doing the production predominantly, and some other talented MCs like your son are going to be, spotlighted, and just other vocalists, and then I have my own stuff that I do, just for myself. But people hear it and like, well, why don't you release some of it? So once in a while, I put a song out here or there. So in my video production company, as I said, we still have things going. I'm doing something with LC Johnson and Vaughn Jackson.
That's my man.
Here
LC,
in
grew up with
LA.
him. Yeah.
Eventually we got a song. What is it called? Moneyball. That it's already in the can. We just got to shoot the video, so we're gonna line up and get that done here shortly.
Nah, you're a real hip hop purist.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. I've always appreciated the fact that I can rock.
Definitely.
Like you wouldn't fuck with me if I didn't have lyrics. No. A lot of people don't know. Like if all they ever heard was Mentirosa, they're not knowing that on the flip of that, I've had other aliases like Willie Mallow when I rock with the gunslingers and Be Real and them dudes. Son Doobie and Everlast and all those guys. Sick Jack, just a crazy lyricist.
Yes.
And that whole camp, right? So, but no, I want to say thank you because when people that are such purists look for me, they know. Mello is multi-layered.
Definitely.
It's not just the radio thing from the past, but if you listen to the rest of his shit, he's worthy of this kind of a project. So thank you.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I have to thank you for being a true B-boy.
Oh yeah, I'm a B-boy.
In the best sense of it.
At heart.
I mean, definitely. So, real recognize real when it comes to
Facts.
that.
Facts.
And, every time we've done something, it's all been good.
Absolutely. So what's the name of this project going to be?
I'm still, trying to figure it all out as I shake down, as any project, you accumulate a whole bunch of material and then work your way down through it. So everything I'm doing right now is as yet untitled. Because with, COVID and all the bigger changes in life, I kind of stepped back for a second. And even now, we don't know where anything's going. And anybody that tells you they do is lying to you.
That's why I only drop singles and videos right now.
Right.
Because to put together a whole album of like 15 songs, right? And we're stuck in a COVID situation.
Yes.
every song would be some depressing bullshit. I'm stuck in the house. I got the sniffles the other day. Oh no. I had to go get a test. The COVID test. The COVID test is in town. The COVID test. The COVID test. You know what I mean? I don't want everything to sound like that,
Exactly.
So I feel you on that, no doubt.
Yes.
So who you got rocking on this project? I know I'm on it.
Let me see. You're on it. Like I said, I want to put you, Curious, and perhaps Dave Dar on something together. The usual suspects. I want to get something with Shabazz C and Mighty Buddha, Carbon Brothers.
Shabazz C is my mentor in knowledge. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why another reason I rock with the Lord Shah Mel, because Shabazz, Shah, and then the Mellow Mel, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shah Mel Allah.
Definitely.
That's my God name. That's my God name.
I also, always like to do stuff with Rusty Jugs, Skanks from the Bangkok fam.
They nice.
John Jiggs, Monopoly Family. I have enough for probably 3 Lost Tapes albums if I chose to do it. Yeah.
Now, how'd you link up with Granddaddy IU?
He's just a pretty cool dude. We knew a lot of the same people, and I reached out to him and said, I'd like to work with you. Gave him some references of people we had in common. You could check me out and see I'm serious and so forth. And after that, we've had a really solid relationship. A lot of times I'll call him, like with the Slick Talk, the latest video we did. It's from his album, and it's a song that begged, for a video. And I said, well, hey, I called him out the blue and was like, hey, man, you need to do a visual for this. I'd like to get involved. And, we ran from there. He's a really good dude. Really,
I follow my man. I follow him on the gram. I like that guy. He's got a good aura.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he knows everybody in town. He knows where all the bodies are married in the hip hop game.
You and I are big Juice Crew fans, so
Absolutely.
Anybody
yes.
From the Juice Crew is definitely, all right with me.
Absolutely. Well, all right, man. We got one of your videos queued up.
Yes.
You wanna set it up?
This is the video I spoke of earlier, which is, my introduction pretty much to rhyming. As a producer, I always had ideas. When I put together a beat would come from a concept or vice versa. I'd make the beat and then have a concept. So I always pretty much either wrote a hook or a rhyme or something.
Yeah.
So this was the first time I decided to put myself in the mix. So this is a song with Chris Rivers, Big Pun's son, myself, and Mr. Cream, and the Hubble Telescope.
You heard it right here first, people. Paulie, run it. True indeed. That was my man Joseph Blackwell with his cut, Hubble Telescope, right here on the Havana Lounge podcast, man. That's a cool brother, solid brother. Ever since I met him and been rocking with him, man. Sometimes you meet people in the game and they have a fucked up energy, and it's hard to work with, but not that cat. That cat is solid as they come. And I will continue to do business with that brother straight up and straight down. True indeed. I want to get to my little wine review this week, man. What you doing, P? I want to get to my wine review this week. This is a little something, a little 15-buck banger I picked up at the grocery store today by a company called Josh. Josh, I don't know. They brew it themselves. I forget out of where, somewhere in the Tacoma area, I think. Hopland, California. I'm sorry about that. Hopland, California. I have not tried it, but I'm going to try it here on air. I'm not a fan of wines that you got to twist the cap off of, but we're going to try it anyway.
Egyptian Lover and Unknown DJ.
What
DJ
year we
Yella.
talking about?
We're talking like 82, 83. Like I graduated high school in 83. So it was one of those things where LA was popping back then. The club scene, actually, it's crazy when you say the club scene in LA was a young adult club scene, because you had Uncle Jam's Army, you had Z Cars, LSD, You know,
This was even some of that shit before my time.
yeah, I'm a little older than this man over here, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit older.
but
About 5 years. So.
No, about 2 years.
Oh yeah, something like that.
About
yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, so that's what was popping. So when I was in high school, we would go to the Uncle Jam Army dances at the convention center, at the Veterans Auditorium. You know what I'm saying? We would hit those, and then LSD and Z cars and the wrecking crew, world class wrecking crew, Lonzo and Dre and all of them.
Yeah.
And even go to Eve After Dark in Compton. It was a teen club.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of grew up, man. And I was like, man, I want to do this. I want to be a DJ. So I started DJing, started hanging out with, like I said, the Dre's, the Unknown DJs, the Egyptian Lovers, man. And we all started getting it on a DJ scene, but who knew that it would elevate to something bigger into doing music. And I remember, man, I walked into Lonzo's house, because they had a little studio there. Lonzo and Dre and Yella and all of them were in there. And it's like, man, we about to go make a record. I was like, what? Yeah, we gonna go make a record.
Yeah.
And then I was hanging out with Egypt. Egypt had just got an 808 drum machine. And he was like, him and his boys, Roger, was like, man, we about to go make a record. I'm like, God damn it, I want to make a record. But
Roger Clayton,
yeah.
Egyptian Lover, who had records on the radio, probably already. He did Dial a Freak already come out at this point?
Dial a Freak had come out, and that's what it was. It was like they was doing Dial a Freak.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, they was doing Dial a Freak, and I think
Hello, baby.
Yeah, and I think the Wrecking Crew was doing, I think it was Slice was their first one. You know, everybody was dropping records, and I'm like, I got to get in on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys had it all figured out, because they had the DJ crew. They throwing big jams all over the city. The next only step to do is make records, right?
Make records, man. And we actually killed our own careers in DJing, because once we started making records, we started getting booked for shows. So we stopped doing the big clubs and the big parties in LA. And the gangs had kind of picked up really, really big then.
In the 80s, yes.
Oh my God,
you guys
man.
were in the war zone.
Yeah, man. The last big Uncle Jam's Army concert they had, or party, I was there and I got to DJ with them. Man, it was 10,000 people at the sports arena. And I remember this because Uncle Jam's Army would roll in and they would have like 100 Cerwin Vegas speakers. Like, it looked like a festival. You know, it had like 25, 25, 25, 25 speakers surrounding inside the sports arena.
Yeah.
And all I remember seeing, man, we was playing, had to be that your boy was playing it outside, playing like some like Flashlight or something like that. And you saved like those songs for the end of the night, because you know the gangs is gonna start throwing up their gang signs and doing whatever.
Right.
So man, we played like Flashlight, man. I remember seeing a bunch of dudes with blue freaking rags and rollers in their head over there. Some dudes over here with red rags and red rollers in their hair. And it was like this, dude. Next thing you know.
And closer together.
Man, they turned that sucker out. We never did another show again like that.
Yeah, I remember that happened. I went to the Tougher Than Leather concert. I think one of those.
Was it the one in Long
could have
Beach?
been the one in Long Beach.
I was there, dude.
I was
ducking
there.
in the parking lot from the bullets.
Ooh, they was chucking fools off the
Yeah,
second
man.
story tier, and I was like, yo, we just trying to see some Run DMC in this bitch. You know what I
was
mean?
there.
That's crazy. So you were there, man. You were already putting it down, laying down the establishments, the foundations, I should say, to this West Coast thing. And we appreciate that, bro. You're a true legend on the West Coast and in the hip hop game. So now, tell me, how does this whole NWA thing start to really come to shape? Because a lot of my people may not know, you know what I mean? We seen you on the cover.
Yep.
What was that, Dope Man? Was that Dope Man?
No, that was both the NWA and the Straight Outta Compton. Both.
Straight Outta Compton,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Out there with my man, Crazy D.
Oh yeah, Crazy D.
The only Mexican down
Yeah.
with y'all at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me how did that come about, like, and how did y'all pick, like, which members was gonna be in NWA?
Yeah. So that was crazy, man. So me and Dre used to roll tight, man. We was like weekly rolling to like the Venice Beach to hang out with the women, you know, like we would just mess around and do all that stuff. And we would always talk about it, like, man, it's cool to have records out and it's cool to tour a little bit, but we was young. We didn't know anything about publishing, writers, any of that stuff. So we was just getting paid to produce songs and not really making any royalties from it, right? And I was a solo artist, so I knew a little more about it than being in a group like Dre. And it was like, man, well, I put out this record right here and I got this. I get a check every quarter from this right here. And he, oh, really, really? So we started talking about it. It's like, man, we got to make some more money. And I always tell the story to Dre, probably here, it'll be mad as hell, but he's had his RX-7, man, old Mazda RX-7 with no back window, because it got busted out at a concert we did at the Wiltern Theater. Somebody stole his block punt radio.
Yeah.
And he couldn't afford to get it fixed. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, man, we freezing at night, rolling around, man, like, we got to do better. And he had bumped into Eazy-E at the Rhodium swap meet through Steve Yano, you know, who had the little
Rest in
record
peace,
spot.
Steve
Yeah,
Yano.
rest in peace, Steve Yano. And told me about it. It's like, man, Eazy, you know, want to stop doing what he doing, because he was the neighborhood pharmaceutical technician at the time, you know, slanging his thing. His boy just got killed. He wanted to get out, but he had money. We had beats. And it was kind of like, let's do this. Let's create Voltron and put something together.
Yep.
And how the group came in, it was crazy. So MC Ren was Eazy's homeboy that lived down the street from him. Ice Cube lived down the street from Dre's aunt. And Yella was part of the Wrecking Crew already.
Now we're talking about Sir Jinx' mom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sir Jinx' mom.
okay,
Yeah, right
yeah.
there. Cube lived down the street.
Crazy.
Right. So that's how it kind of came together. We just started messing around with songs. Cube had gone away to school to go be an architect in Arizona. He was gone when we started working on music. He came back
interesting.
from the summer and was like, hey, what's going on?
He's teaching, folks. He's teaching.
Yeah, like, what's
Go ahead.
going on? Let's get it. I got lyrics, and he had like pages of stuff. Bam, we just threw some stuff together, man, and it blew up.
Yeah. Now, at this time, was it kind of a given who would be the MCs and who would be the DJs? It's just what everybody brought to the table type of thing?
We didn't know. It was just, let's just do it. You know, Eazy wasn't a rapper. He was like the money guy at first.
Yeah.
And there was a song, the Boys in the Hood song was written for an East Coast group. Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but it was written for an
who
East
wrote
Coast
it?
group.
Cube?
Cube wrote it,
Cube.
but it was written for an East Coast rap group. And they was like, man, we can't do this. We don't know nothing about no 6'4s, and like, we don't drink 40s. We don't do that.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to do the song.
Can you imagine people had that song turned out on the East Coast and that never happens?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that never
Like, I
happened.
mean, I give Toddy T mad props.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in terms of gangster rap as well, you know, the Batarram, that had already been out right around that same time.
Yeah.
So I give enough respect to Toddy T. But imagine had that been an East Coast
East
record,
Coast joint. Yeah.
a lot of things end up different.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm
do.
saying?
And Q was prolific early. So
Yeah.
he already had a banger. We just didn't know it yet.
Yeah.
Until we put Eazy on it. And Eazy didn't want to rap at all. But we was like, man, your voice would be perfect for this. Because he had that voice.
Yeah.
He just didn't have a
Little
cadence.
squeaky gangster nigga.
Yeah, he didn't have that
just-
cadence.
Yeah.
So it was just getting him to learn how to rap and a
Yeah.
lot of punching in and out, you know, to get it right.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So now things are happening
Yep.
in your world. You're part of things that are popping from NWA to the stuff with Egypt and
Yep.
and Roger Clayton, Uncle
Yep.
Jam's Army stuff. Now how
Bobby Jimmy and the Critters too.
Bobby Jimmy and the
Yeah.
Critters, how did that come about?
That was crazy. So my first record that I go back to when I said, everybody was like asking Egypt, like, where y'all get y'all record put out? And it's like, Macola Records. Like, what's that? It's this place over in Hollywood. They're a distributor, they're a manufacturer. You go down there and they'll press your record. And if you don't have the money, they'll do a thing where they do it over time. Like, they'll press it, put it out, and then, you know, they'll take a percentage and, you know, do it that way. I'm like, all right. So I went down there, man, and I got lucky. Talk about lucky. I go down there, and our boy, Russ Parr, is down there.
Yeah.
He's the morning radio dude on K-Day at the time,
Yeah.
and Bobby Jimmy. They had just put out We Like Ugly Women.
I remember that.
Remember that joint?
Yes.
That just come out. So he was down there talking to the dude, Don McMillan and Macola. I walk in trying to get my record pressed, and he's like, oh, you make records? I ain't never made a record in my life. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, you a producer? I'm like, yeah, I'm a producer. He's like, wow. He said, let me check that out. So he listened to my song. He's like, I like that. He said, I'll tell you what, I'll put this on my label if you produce Bobby, Jimmy, and the Critters. I'm like, all right. I ain't never produced nothing but that one song. Next thing
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm producing Bobby Jimmy and the Critters and getting my records put out, getting them on the radio instantaneously because he's the morning jock. So
Yep.
that was my end right there.
That was 1580K
That was
Day.
1580K Day.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I
that's
remember
how I
that
got
well.
put down.
We woke up and listened to that from sun up to sundown.
Oh yeah.
And then when on the weekends would come, the Uncle Jam's live simulcast.
There you go.
You know, that was dope. You don't hear that anymore.
Nah.
You know, it's a lost art form in those live simulcasts.
Yeah.
And there's that big, notorious DJ crew
Yeah.
is no longer.
no longer.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a golden time, people. If you weren't around for that, a lot of those guys would then break off to become the LA Posse, correct?
Yep.
True indeed. People, the line, the number to call to talk to the legend is 213-373-1260. If you have a question for the legend, please give us a shout, no doubt, and we'll get you on the air, all right? So now, you're doing your thing. You're going to Macola. You're back and forth with the clique. You kind of have like a double clique,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you're floating around. How does this whole thing with a lot of people, my people don't know, you actually produced Supersonic
Yeah.
by JJ Fat. Tell us
Yeah.
how that came about, yo.
So that's another, like, kind of me and Dre hanging out, met these girls who would come to one of the shows, and we started messing with them a little bit, dating a couple of the girls. They wasn't rappers. They were just girls we knew. They lived way out in Rialto. So we would drive out there to hang out with them, and they would always ask, like, oh, we want to make a record. I'm like, yeah, I can't rap. And Dre was like, I ain't fucking with y'all at all. Like, done.
Now, is this when Dre was with World Class Wrecking Crew?
It was when he was with the rec crew. We had just started NWA though. We had
Okay.
just put out the first.
So he's
EP.
doing like a double duty.
Yeah, he had just like at the end of NWA, because like I said, we just put out the EP of NWA, and it was just starting to bubble up a little bit. And we just dropped the Boys in the Hood, and it was it was starting to get bigger.
Yeah.
So they was like, we want to make a record, and he's like, man, I can't touch y'all. And they caught me in the studio. I'm also known as Professor X, right? I got
Yeah.
a bunch of joints under Professor X, my alter ego or whatever. And I was finishing a Professor X joint, and they was like, let's make a record. I'm like, I got a little time left over in the studio. So we messed around. We did 2 songs. Another Hoe Bites the Dust. It was a song dissing Roxanne Shante, Real Roxanne, and what's the other crazy one from back then? I forget her name. But them, it was like 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
And they was dissing them, and I was like, y'all can't rap like that. They gonna come back and like smack you.
Was it MC Light or
It
before
was,
MC
it was
Light?
before MC Light.
Okay, yeah.
But they was like, we got to do something else. So I knew beats, fast beats, party beats. I'm like, let's do another song. We did another song really quick called it Supersonic. Supersonic was the B-side when we pressed it up.
Yeah.
We put it out on Dream Team Records because at the time, Dream Team had the hottest shit out. I went to the freaking Vermont drive-in one night, dude, and sitting there getting to wait for the movie to come on, and it was like, dun-dun-dun-dun. Like, oh shit, they playing a Dream Team like music video
Was
at
that
the
Dream
drive-in.
Team is in the house?
It was probably Rockberry.
Rockberry.
Yeah,
Rockberry.
it was one of them,
Rockberry.
but they showed the music video at the drive-in. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, these fools is large. So I was like, if I'm gonna
And
drop
you
it-
already knew him?
Yeah, it was the homies. Because I actually had I was a little young tech fool in the neighborhood that showed everybody how to use a drum machine, sequencers,
Okay.
synthesizers.
You're still that guy.
Still that guy.
Still that
so
guy.
everybody would come to me like, man, how do I work this shit? I just bought this shit right
Yeah,
here. So
yeah.
Rudy was like, how do I work? I would show them how to work their shit. So I was friends with them. And I was like, man, let me put this shit out over here. So we put it out on Dream Team Records. We found out really quickly that the DJs was playing Supersonic and not really
Yeah.
fucking with Another Hoe Bites the Dust. So we repressed it as Supersonic by itself.
Yeah.
That shit blew up like
Facts.
a million copies.
LA
But-
Dream Team.
Yeah.
One of my first favorite LA groups.
Yeah.
Just a side note.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now you how did you get Supersonic from the studio to the radio?
Yeah,
Was that
so-
Greg Max doing?
That was Greg Mack and Russ Parr getting
Russ
it out
Parr.
there. And then, because the Dream Team was hot, they played it. But as it started blowing up, the cash flow wasn't coming the other way. It always is that way when something blow up, somebody get a big check, don't want to share the money. So I have like, you the homie, but you ain't playing fair. I'm getting here.
Do we want to say any names?
Rest in peace to the homie. You know, I didn't say it like that. You know who? Rest in peace.
Okay.
But it's like, man. So I had to take it back, and we was just starting Ruthless Records, our own label.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, let me bring this over here, put it on Ruthless Records. It's already hot. Let's put it out, and it can be something that, as a family, we can share the revenue, and it'll help, you know, boost up the other shit we want to do, like NWA and the Eazy-E joint. So we put it out on Ruthless, man, and it blew up. It was actually the first gold record on Ruthless Records.
How long was the downtime between the time you took it from McCullough and brought it to Ruthless?
Oh, man. I mean, we redid that shit like quick. Like quick, dude. I'm talking quick. We redid that shit. It was maybe a week or two. So there really was no downtime.
So there wasn't a lot of paperwork and...
Nah. We just did a quick deal, snatched that shit back, and I'm like, man, you know, the contract, you voided the contract because you didn't pay me right.
Yeah.
And we put it out, and there was 5 girls on the original joint. JJ Fad actually stands for Juana, Juanita, Fatima, Annie, and Dania. That's what JJ Fad stands for.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's 5 girls' names.
Scooby-Doo, this is the first time I'm learning of this.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Teach, young man, teach.
Yeah. So 5 girls, and when we brought it to Ruthless, the girls was fighting. 5 girls can't get along, you know that. So they redid the group.
Oh, man.
And turned it into 3 girls. They got rid of 3.
Yeah.
And it was just Juana and Baby D, who were the founders anyway. They stayed, and they brought in another girl, Sassy C. So it went from 5 girls to 3 girls, 2 originals, and added a new one.
Sassy C.
Yeah. That's Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They brought her in. And we redid
now,
the
did
song.
the other 2s ever come back, try to sue them or y'all?
It was a deal.
Say,
they got
those
paid.
2 letters, this
Well, you know
my
what?
name and her name, and we want money.
They got their original percentages. They still get their publishing. And they
That's
actually
nice.
started their own group and did something for a minute. I can't remember their group name, but they did something. But yeah, we freaked it out. We had to redo the song too. I reproduced
It was 5
the song.
girls rapping on the original?
Yeah, and 4, and the 5th girl was like the DJ or something like that.
Yeah.
So we redid it and did the whole thing over with the 3 girls rapping. Same music, same everything, because I still had the same.
Condensed it.
Yeah, I had the same 808 and the same keyboard I used. I just redid it.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
What is Juana saying on the part?
So that came from, they used to jump rope. That's
Double
that
Dutch?
double Dutch shit.
Double Dutch.
So they used to say all that, and we just threw it on there. Yeah.
You don't know what it means?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't think nobody knows what double Dutch means.
Teaching the babies. You hear that, kids?
Yeah.
You hear that, kids? Little knowledge nugget there for you on the Havana Lounge podcast. Thank you, sir, on that one.
Yes, sir.
Yo, that's crazy, man. All right, so let's bring it up. How do things for you turn out in those situations? I know, but maybe these people don't know.
Yeah.
How do we go from you making all these records and then you kind of step back, go your own direction? How did that come about?
That was our manager, man, Jerry Heller. Rest in peace to him too. But you know, we started getting bigger, and when you get bigger, you want to bring in business people to help grow your brand or whatever. And we ended up with this manager, Jerry Heller, who helped get us deals. But with that came from him keeping a lot of the money. And I had already got out of some shit where I'm like, wait a minute, we back in this same shit again.
You were a businessman early.
Yeah, because I was, how I say, I don't blame anybody else in the group, because I was the only one who was like a solo artist, and I understood publishing and writers and you know, give me my royalties. I understood that. And it was that Cadillac Records thing where we was just getting a little money here and there. Oh, here's some money, here go 500, here go 1,000. We would go do shows, and you know, you get a deposit before you leave, and you get the other half of the money when you get there.
Yeah.
We was getting the money when we got to the show, but we was never seeing the deposits. And I'm like, wait, hold up. I need to get paid. I live by myself. I got my own apartment. I got my car. All the other cats wasn't really living by themselves at the time. And I got a hit record over here. I got Supersonic blowing up. Can I get paid?
Yes.
And I would go talk to Easy.
So is it safe to say you were like the first Dre of the whole thing, really?
I was just trying to get paid.
He's trying to get paid.
To get my money.
He said,
So-
let's not take it that far,
Yeah,
Ace. Let's not go there.
Hey, Dre's
Okay.
Dre. That's the
No,
homie.
but no doubt. I mean,
But
just
yeah,
looking at it in terms of
Yeah,
what
yeah.
really popped the fuck off.
Yeah. So I was
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
get paid, and I got in, and I talked to Easy. Easy was in the streets, man. Easy was chasing women, doing his thing. He said, man, talk to Jerry. I would talk to Jerry. Jerry wouldn't give me the answers.
Can I get an ashtray real quick? Go ahead.
Yeah, Jerry wouldn't give me the answers that I wanted, and it kept going around
Ain't
and
that
around.
the way it always is?
Always is, man.
Yeah.
And I would talk to Dre about it and everybody else in the crew about it, but they wasn't feeling what I was feeling because they didn't have Supersonic. You know what I'm saying?
Bubbling already.
Right. They wasn't feeling it, and they thought I was just a disruptor. And I was like, nah, man, we getting screwed. Like,
It's always that case. The minute somebody starts questioning the paper, you're the problem.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So after a while, man, I got me an attorney and started talking to him about this, and
Yeah.
had a meeting with Jerry Heller, got my paper. Like, we had just finished Straight Outta
Thank you,
Compton.
sir.
Just finished Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
And we had done a couple of shows. We was on tour, and I was just over it, man. We came back off of a long tour, the tour where the police was nutting up on us here and there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm out here on this shit, and I still ain't getting paid. Fuck that. I got to get my chips. So I got me an attorney, talked to Jerry, got that shit straight, got all my money from Supersonic, made sure I got my money from NWA, so I'm good on NWA for the rest of my life.
And shook.
And that was the deal. Like, I couldn't really talk to anybody else about the deal.
Yeah.
But what I did is I remember we had a concert a couple weeks later. I rolled up in a brand new Porsche, and they was like, where'd you get that?
Yeah.
And they was rolling in Suzuki Samurais at the time that Jerry had got them. Like, that was the thing. Let me buy y'all something. Let me get y'all houses. Let me do that shit. Like,
Rent a slave.
Let me buy my own shit. So I rolled up, and I was still friends with everybody. I had no hard feelings. Mm-hmm. And then Cube was like, where the fuck you get that shit from? I said, you need to talk to Jerry. And about a week, 2 later, Cube talked to Jerry. And I guess that's the scene you see in the movie, like, him
I'm
like
breaking the fuck out.
breaking out. But I had already been broke out and moved on to some other shit.
That's where he broke the table and all that, right?
The table he broke, that's when he was over at Priority already.
Okay.
When he had already got
and
his
that's a
later
true
deal.
story?
From what I hear.
From what you hear. All right. All right, no doubt, young man. Kids, you tuned in to the Havana Lounge podcast. The number is 213-373-1260 to talk to the legend, Arabian Prince, who is in the building. So, dog, now you're transitioning. Did you know what you wanted to do, or were you still kind of figuring shit out? Like, you were like, fuck, I just walked off some shit that's popping.
Yeah.
How was that? Was there any like moments in your life at that time where you're like, fuck I'm gonna do? What am I gonna do now?
Nah, because if you think about it, it was like I always tell people this. I really never cared about the fame. I ain't never been that cat. I'm a creator. Pay me. I'm a creator. I want to do my shit and get paid because I'm a shopaholic. I gotta buy shit, Hey, and say I'm in NWA and get punked by my manager, and we supposed to be gangster rappers, and I'm getting punked. Or I could get my paper, which I did, and break out and went and did my own deal on my terms with, I was over at EMI. I went over to EMI Orpheus, the same label. I went over there right when they started it with Compton's Most Wanted. So I was on EMI Orpheus, Compton's Most Wanted was over there. But by then, I was taking all my money and quietly putting it into video games and animation, because I was a tech kid.
Early.
I was dabbling into that and starting to mess around with stuff in animation. Like, I worked on the first series of Power Rangers and Silver Surfer and Casper and Addams Family, and I started making more money doing that than doing music. So my love for music didn't go away. It was just like,
on
these
standby.
are real checks over here instead of me fighting for money over here. Yeah.
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you the long way. Man, history right there, family. Damn. He said, I want my money, keep the motherfucking fame.
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of people can't do. I'm one of them dudes. I walked away from a lot of money too.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you about that on the golf course one day.
Yes, sir.
Prince, man, it's a pleasure having you here, brother. So where do we go from there? How did you? Now you're navigating through a whole different set of situations.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, NWA's touring the country, right? But
Yep.
you didn't give a fuck. You them
Nah.
niggas is being pimped.
Nah,
or
because
sold.
Cuba just left. They was fighting with each other, you know, no Vaseline, all of this. Dre decided he gonna bounce and go death row. And I actually sat down with Dre and Yella at my studio in my house. We came by one day, right before Dre went to death row, and talked about it. Dre was like, man, you was right. Like, you was right about this shit. I'm like, I told you.
So NWA puts out one album.
We only had, no, two.
Two.
It was, we did the EP was called NWA.
And then the
a lot
100
of
Miles
people,
and Running?
wait a minute though. A lot of people think it was NWA and a posse.
Yes.
NWA and a posse
That's
was
with Candyman on the back.
well,
yeah.
no. So the NWA had Candyman on it too, on the front. It was
That's right.
all the dudes on the front.
Yeah.
But Macola Records, when we left to do the deal with Priority, took that EP, went and put like some random stuff on from like the Fila Fresh crew and some other stuff, and turned it into an album and called it NWA and a Posse. So it was like a bootleg record that we never endorsed.
Yeah.
We only did the one EP, then Straight Outta Compton, and then they did Niggas for Life.
Fila Fresh Crew, that was with Fila Al.
Yeah. It was out of
Candyman.
Texas. I thought they was out of Texas, wasn't they?
I don't know.
Or maybe
I'm,
not, I
I'm
don't
guessing.
know.
I'm taking a guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I remember talking with Candyman, you always talk about Fila Al.
Oh yeah. Well, no, Fila Al. I thought wasn't Fila Al down with our boy Rodney Joe Cooley. Because remember Joe Cooley used to roll in that. He had like a Pinto that had a Fila symbol painted on the side of it.
That was before me.
Oh, it was
before I
you.
came
Yeah,
along. Yeah.
it was paint
You would know.
cars
I
like
wasn't
that.
there.
Yeah.
But you guys are the first school of West Coast. I'm like second or third school.
Yeah.
87-ish. in
Yeah.
there. So, damn, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Okay, so now you go off. You're doing video game stuff. You're
Yeah.
doing Power Rangers music.
Yeah.
Man, that Power Rangers shit was large.
Oh yeah, and I was
All
doing.
my kids had that shit.
Oh, dude, man, and how I got into that, because I taught myself how to do the animation and the visual effects stuff, I would go to conventions, man, and mess around on the systems and shit. And some companies saw me like, damn, you pretty good at that. Who are you? When I told them, it was like, damn, like, how'd you figure this shit out? I'm like, well, got a lot of time on my hands and just came up with a lot of money, so I bought some computers. You know, so they invited me to work on Power Rangers, man. I did that, and then, you know, the rest was history. I've been working on feature films and video games, man, for the last like 35, almost 40 years.
Get down.
Yeah.
Get down. And that's where you like to be.
Yeah, tech,
That's
man.
what it is.
Tech is money.
No doubt. So what are you working on in that lane right now? What
Yeah, man,
I know you have a lot of companies.
Yeah. So I got a COVID company. We doing some tech for that. I got my company called Innovate Next, which is like an incubator, and Incubate Next, which we build technology for inner city kids and inner city startups. We helping them out. Then I got the new PC company, the streaming PC company called GOAT with 3 Gs.
Yeah.
That's going viral right now. A lot of the top DJs on YouTube and Twitch and all of that are using my computer right now to stream with. So
Get down.
Yeah.
Stop that fucking around.
Oh yeah.
Do something.
That's
you
right.
know what I mean?
And we're trying to be some pro golfers around here.
Trying to be some pro golfers as well. Man, that just fucked me up. I wanted to ask you about is that all the companies? Is that all?
There's a few more.
There's a few more.
A few more. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
No, talk about it, because my brother here is the only brother I know been in Forbes magazine. You know what I mean? Got Forbes write-ups, some amazing shit. How did that come about?
Man, they reached out to me, you know, because like I said, I'm behind the scenes. I never really talk about what I'm doing, but I kept popping up on shit. Like, why is he doing the keynote over here? Or why is he just like, right before this, I was doing another
back there
Winter
doing
music
it.
conference,
Absolutely.
you know, with like man, and they put me with big people, and it's like, y'all want me to be on what with who? Like, I was on with like Kevin Lin, the co-founder of Twitch, like the co-founder of Twitch. I just, you know, and then my homegirl who was the ex-CEO of Beats, Susan Paley, you know, Susan Paley, and you know, we was doing that, and I'm like, why am I on there with them? But they respect my opinion on tech, so
Absolutely,
yeah,
they sure do. I mean, you've been doing it this long. They'd be dumb not to fuck with you in terms of getting ideas on new softwares or new ideas that could, you know, push their envelope a little further, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Taking it somewhere else real quick before we move on. I ask this to everybody who comes on. When the COVID first hit, what did you do to help keep yourself sane? Like, what did you do? Did you start rebuilding engines?
Yeah.
I mean, what really helped you to find your way through that whole thing?
Yeah, well, you couldn't tour no more because I was touring. Me and Egyptian Lover was all in Europe doing shit. I was touring with JJ Fad and DJing around, and I was like, all right, can't go outside. What can I do? Like you say, build. What can I build? So I built a COVID app with some partners of mine, some other tech partners. We call it COVID Tech, which helped companies manage their employees during COVID because nobody had that kind of infrastructure. Think about it. You got companies out there that all of a sudden got infected zombies that could be in your building. And this was right before they shut shit down. Everybody was still coming in, so we built software to help that. And then we built an infrastructure for how you get PPE supplies and partnered with a biotech company that had this freaking hand sanitizer that had like particles in it that would kill anything. So we got into that. And then I took that and flipped it into, like I said, building my PC company because DJs were struggling to stream because they all had MacBooks. You DJ with a MacBook in Serato or whatever.
Yeah.
It works. But you try to DJ with a MacBook in Serato and stream video at the same time, you're going to choke that Apple. And they were choking, and they had to figure out how to get around it. So you really need a gaming PC or a PC built to stream. And that's how I kind of found another little niche in with my tech partners, the Microsofts and the EVGAs and the Intels. And, they helped me get me the things I needed to build this new PC company. So now, like, I sold 2 systems of Questlove. You got, DJ Maceo, like Z-Trip. A lot of these top DJs are using my system to stream.
Dope.
So that's the kind of stuff that I was kind of getting into.
Yeah.
And then your ass called me up and got me back on the golf course.
Yeah.
And I had retired for a minute,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took I remember we had played the Alonzo
tournament.
Alonzo Williams cancer golf tournament, prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for doing that.
Just talked to Alonzo today. Yes, sir.
Gotta love Alonzo, man. And I saw you there, and I was like, man, first chance I get, because we never really kicked it like that, you know what I mean? But one year you did give my son his first drum machine. I don't know if you remember that,
I was
right?
the artist relations manager over at Native Instruments.
Right,
Yeah, sure
right.
did.
And you kicked him off and inspired him. And I said, man, he's got to be a good brother. Like, let me just tap in and see if he wants to play some golf. And sure enough, we did. We got out. We got often. Out often.
Oh, yeah.
We play tournaments now together and do the damn thing. And we're also starting a
golf podcast and TV. Hopefully it's a TV show. We're going to turn this into something big. We're going to do hip-hop golf. We got a hip-hop golf club. So any of you hip-hop golfers out there, hey, remember I told you, man, I found out that our boy freaking Scarface is a golfer.
Scarface.
Man, that fool got a Callaway. Is it Callaway?
Yeah,
He got a Callaway commercial.
deal.
So Scarface, hey, man, where you at, homie? We need you in hip-hop golf. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And basically it'll be a show about celebrities that golf.
Yep.
And get out there and get down.
On the course.
On the course.
And then we'll be also doing the podcast thing where we sit here and we're like, so Bryson DeChambeau's drive on this par 595 was pretty decent, but I think he should have put it more on the left side of the fairway. Then what do you think about that, Mello?
I think it's more easier said than done there, Prince. But I like the way he attacked it, and he went all out.
Yeah. So, we're looking for sponsors for this. So, Callaway, Titleist, TaylorMade. You want to reach out to a couple of golfers that's about to start a new golf show.
Absolutely. We'll be at the Hispanic 100 golf tournament on Monday. And then we will be at the Jock Jones the Minnesota Twins in June. In June. I believe that's June 8th.
Okay. And then I'm working on, hopefully it's back because it's been canceled, Monday after the Masters. I want to get you out there
Monday
with me
after
on
the
that.
Masters,
Come out playing Monday after the Masters with Hootie and the Blowfish. Shout out to the boys, Hootie and the Blowfish, for inviting me.
Yeah.
And let's get it.
That's what we be doing. I'm excited, man. We have some endeavors together, man. And I think it all just came and it spawned out from the golf course, hanging out with our guy Brett. and Paulie here and everybody that's involved on all that, and Kelly in the back
Oh
there.
yeah, Kelly Keys in the back.
So yeah, man, I'm excited about all that. Man, that's dope, man. I had a couple other series of questions here for you. How you doing on time?
I'm good, man.
good?
I'm good. You know what? I'm
Okay.
glad I'm over on this side of town too, man, because I'm a fried chicken connoisseur, and
Yeah.
one of the last living Pioneer chickens is right down the street. You ever had Pioneer chicken, man?
Of course.
And they put a little honey in there to make it taste like that.
Yeah, is that what they do?
Yeah, ain't nothing on my
They
side
got
of
you
town.
hooked. They got
me
you
hooked.
hooked.
So I always got to get it when I'm over here.
Wanted to ask you this. What I think we've already touched on it, but you'll double check me. What has been the most difficult obstacle, whether on the field of music or in real life, where the curtains are closed, nobody can see your life? What has been the most difficult obstacle for you in life?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest, and somebody asked me that earlier today, dude. I ain't had a difficult obstacle. I've always been this free spirit cat that just do and get all your stuff tight. Your writers, your publishing, your copyrights. Then you focus on the music. Then you happy.
A true lifer for hip hop, man, you have been. And from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of us been trying to find our way in the game, and some people may never find that way, and you have proven that you don't have to stay in a shitty situation and still do you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What aspect of what you do you enjoy the most? Would you say at this stage, you're in your mid 50s now?
Yeah.
You done been through it all. What's the thing that you like the most out of it?
The same thing I've been doing for the last 40 years is whatever the fuck I want to do. And that's what I like about it, because I found out that once you get locked in, like imagine being Cube or being Dre or being them cats, you got to live that life every single day. You got to live that
It's
life.
tiring,
Ice-T,
yes.
You got to live that life. You can't walk down the street properly. You can't chill. Like, I tell you, I'm a shopaholic. I want to just go to the store. I want to just do what I do. If I want to work on video games today, I want to do that. If I want to go play golf or play basketball or do... So I've liked my life. I always call myself like the Willy Wonka of hip hop. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, and it all works out because I'm prolific in a bunch of different things. And a lot of cats are single focused.
Yeah.
All they do is just
One
their whole
dimensional.
life. Then maybe later on they realize, oh, I should have been doing this too. Or a lot of hip hop artists now are getting that aha moment where they're going, damn, I can get into cryptocurrency, NFTs, I can be doing this. They're starting to become multifaceted now. But imagine if they could have done it 20, 30 years ago.
Yes, and been on it. Yeah.
They would have been a lot more happier. So that's what I'm saying. I ain't never really had a obstacle or a hurdle because I've been doing it the same way from the beginning.
That's rope a dope, man.
Yeah.
That's rope a fucking dope. Word up, man. So what's up, man? We coming out of this pandemic now. You got any shows booked?
Yeah, man, I fly out.
They calling?
Dude, I fly out tomorrow morning at 7:59 a.m. for Florida. Got a concert.
What's going
on? Doing something with my homegirls, Sweet Sensation for them
Okay.
out there.
That's right.
And then
I
flying
remember
out.
when, they called us on the golf course.
Yeah.
And you're like,
And then
I'm
I'm
over here
flying
with
out.
Mellow Man Nace and them.
Oh yeah, boom, flying out the next week again back to Florida. Then the
Okay.
week after got JJ Fad at Morongo, June 5th. With this is a crazy show, dog. It's like, what's homeboy's name? Freddie Jackson's headlining.
Freddie Jackson.
Surface, Michelle A, and JJ Fad. Yeah.
Legends,
Yeah,
goddammit.
yeah.
Legends.
So got shit coming.
True indeed. The number to call is 213-373-1260. I believe we have a call on the air. Hello, caller. This is your boy, Bellow Man Ace. You have a question for Prince?
Yeah, bro. My name is Jazz J. I'm working with your son right now in Cuba. He got he got me a beat. I still got that track with you, homie. I'll put that out probably by next year. My question for Prince is, how come he thinks Dre or Cube never want? You think he wants to work with them, or why
Thank you.
Why
Yeah.
does he think they never work with him again?
Gotcha,
Like call
gotcha.
him up for a future track. even an Easy E tribute or something.
Got you.
I'm just wondering,
The caller
bro.
wants
You know
to
what I mean?
know,
Because I'm an artist
would
too.
you work
know what I mean?
again with Dre or Cube or Ren
Yeah.
or any of those guys?
Yeah.
Has there been any talks of any
Nah.
Arabian Prince welcome back
Nah,
type of
everybody
thing?
doing their shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think my issue was more, I was having issues with more people in the Ruthless camp when the movie came out and shit like that, because there's always little discrepancies in royalties and shit like that. So I'm a businessman. I take care of my business first. And I've always been cool with Dre and Cube and everybody. So yeah, I'd work with them again. Matter of fact, even after I left NWA, I went back and helped produce the second JJ Fad album back at Ruthless. But I already knew what Jerry Heller was about. So I'll go back into the Lion Den, but you know, I got some stakes.
There's a new respect for you
I
there,
got
though,
some
right?
stakes. I got this. I know exactly what to deal with when I get there.
You had your own set of attorneys
Oh, yeah, I
and
had
people
my
that
shit
had to
straight.
make sure your shit was right.
Right. And actually, you know, I can't talk much about it. We talked about it offline. I can't talk about it online, but
Sure.
you know, about to fuck with Dre again really soon, and this thing we got popping. So we got
Okay.
something coming up that he's going to be involved in. So
Yeah.
it's going to be good.
Awesome. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to that, brother. Anything you got your hands on always seems to turn to some kind of gold.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Trying, man. Getting old, man. Getting old. Gotta get that wheelchair with them spinners.
He said there's two of me. There's the one you see and the 60-year-old me.
Yeah.
that today's me is counting on.
Yeah. Hell
All
yeah.
right. Yeah, man. I like it, man. I never thought I'd get to this age, 54.
Hey, but you feel good though,
Oh
right?
no, I love it, man. I'm loving it. I was telling Brett the other day, I hit I think it was a 8 iron from about 145, and I left it pin high.
Yeah.
And I turned to Brett and I said, man, I love my life right now.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the golf course, two, 3 times a week.
There you go.
know.
Yeah.
And then you making some songs. You
Yeah.
know, I just love it. I'm glad I made it. A lot of people weren't fortunate enough to make it. Some people died young.
And some
We
people
know-
popping off every day right now, so you got to enjoy it while we can, right?
Absolutely, nobody is promised another day.
Yes, sir.
That's a fact, Jack.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's why we go hard.
Yeah.
10 toes down every day from the minute we wake up.
Yep.
I know I can hit you at 9 a.m. and you got a response for me.
Oh yeah, I'm like, if I
Absolutely.
can make, you know me, you fit me. Like some days I can't because a lot of tech shit, but other days, man, I need you at 1 o'clock on the golf course. I'm already there.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
But that's my point. That's what we was talking about. When you run your own shit, you can change what you're doing to do what you want
I
to
don't
do.
have to listen to nobody.
There you go.
That's how I set it up. I set my life up a certain kind of way, man. And I love it.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at shit.
There you go.
Tell me this, man. Is there anything that you feel up to this point of your career that you left undone or unfinished? Something that you want to go back and maybe put out? Is there a record sitting in the vault that you think could still work today?
So actually, the only unfinished record shit would be I never did a Professor X album. I've done a bunch of Professor X singles.
Yeah.
And I've actually got a Professor X album in the can that I've been fucking around with.
Take it back.
Yeah.
How did Professor X come about, that alter ego?
Yeah, so that was a funny one, man. I was sitting at home one day. I had just got an Emulator 2. That big
Emulator,
ass, that
yes.
sucker was huge.
Yes.
That's where my back problem came from. Trying to carry, man, I used to carry that sucker on tour, man,
Yeah.
in an Anvil case. And I'm sitting at home, and I'm watching Fox Saturday morning cartoons, right? I'm sitting there, and then the X-Men cartoon came on. It's like, X-Men, blah, blah, blah. And it was a part that went like, Professor X, and it dropped into something. I was like, oh, that shit was fire. And I was like, fuck, I wish I could have sampled that shit. I had to wait a whole week. I remember putting it on my calendar in Sharpie, I swear, man. I put it on the calendar, like, next Saturday, figure out how to sample from a TV. Now, you're talking like way back. It wasn't no like inputs that you could just sample that way. So I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I actually caught it, Professor X. And I
Now,
sampled that.
Did you practice that whole week before?
Well-
like on other shit? Like, let me see if I can, okay,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going
No, once I did it,
splice
yeah.
this and run it through here with some scotch
I
tape
did
and
a
then
couple things to make sure I could sample
speaker
off
wire.
TV. Yeah, I got it
Yeah.
off TV.
Okay.
And then when I got it, and then I built a song around it, right? And what happened was, I was gonna make it an Arabian Prince joint, but I had just put out my Innovator EP, and I was like, damn, that means I gotta wait to put this shit out.
Yeah.
So like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make up a name, Professor X. And I just did that. And then my boy Unknown DJ and DJ Slip,
Yeah.
they were talking to them and they was like starting the X-Men crew. So we became the X-Men with me, Unknown DJ, and DJ Slip, and we dropped
Now, is this
a
the
bunch
same
of joints.
DJ Slip ended up moving to Atlanta for a while?
Yeah.
Slip
Yeah.
Matola?
Yeah, DJ Slip's so large right now,
Oh
dude.
man, Slip is my guy.
Slip worked for like the oil companies, man. He worked the robotic arms and shit.
Yeah.
So they sent him out for like 3 months into the ocean to go fuck with oil. You know, he's stacking major paper and coming back. We're trying to get him to do a new joint. So yeah, we're gonna be working on some new X-Men shit.
Some new X-Men. Damn. Rope-a-dope, man. Well, I mean, here's a question that I had for you, but I think we've already found out the answer to that, so I'll leave that alone. Again, it goes back to Heller and Alexander and them boys. But yeah, we've already spoke on that. What keeps you motivated, my dog?
Man, creating new shit. You know, like I have a shit ton of ideas, man, and I try stuff. If it don't work, I move on to the next one. But for me, I've always been like this creator, innovator. Like I said, Willy Wonka cat, man. I just like to build new technology and new stuff. And I look at I tell people it's easy to create if you think about it in a simplistic way. Because let's talk about billion-dollar companies right now. Let's talk about TikTok. Let's talk about Instagram. Let's talk about, you know, Facebook and all of these companies, Twitter.
Sure.
What's different about them?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you, what's different about them?
What's different about them?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They all
I was
use
just going to say maybe
text.
the layout.
Right.
Yeah.
They all use text, videos, and photos, and interactions with people, and they're all billion-dollar companies. So I always tell people who are trying to create a new project or a new product or a new startup company, why y'all trying to like find, you know, a way to make plutonium or do something really, really hard where all you got to do is find a niche and look at what people do every single day and make it better by like 5%. So think about this. TikTok is nothing but Vine. Remember Vine?
Yep.
Vine got bought and killed.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, I'm gonna bring that shit back and do it slightly different, and did that, and bam, TikTok blew up. You know, and now you got Triller,
Cameo.
and Cameo, and you know, you got all these things that are all the same using media.
Yeah.
I think that's the key is looking at what people do, or like people watching this, right? It's medium. How do you interact with people in their daily lives? That's the billion-dollar question.
So, what's your answer?
I got a few of them.
And we're not going to tell you
Yeah,
right now. 'Cause
and
that's
one of them got to
that's
do
the
with golf.
payback,
Hey,
baby.
one of them
That's
got to
the
do with golf. Like, you know, I got an interactive golf idea that we're going to talk about and bring to the people and the masses because, you know, I look at every day, what if we can't get to the course? I know you do the same thing I do, man. I be at the house in front of the mirror. I got my little tools. I'm swinging. I'm doing my little thing in the crib. Some people got garages. They got their little, you know, whatever, you know, simulator and all of that. And I start thinking there's got to be a way that you can enjoy golf no matter where you're at. So I'm working on that.
Sounds clever.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of, all you had to do
No matter
is
where you
give
at.
me a sprinkle of that water. I know, I think kind of know where that's going. Think I know where that's going. What's up, P? We good? Okay, cool, man. Cool. What's your least favorite part of the grind, the grizzly?
Not having enough time. You know what I'm saying?
You show me you're real comfortable with life.
Yeah.
You
like,
are all
dude,
right. Your decision making has been.
Yeah.
You seem like the kind of cat. Now, mind you, I see you 2-3 times a week.
Right.
We playing golf, but when I see you roll up, I always think this brother is just so relaxed and so in his own groove that it must take something real dramatic to shake him.
Yeah, man, my friends be mad at me and shit. Kelly will tell you, the motherfucker be like, man, motherfucker, you just too damn happy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Why the fuck I can't be happy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wake up, do my shit. Like, But like I said, I don't have enough time in the day, man. Today was like a crazy day. Woke up, had to deliver 2 computers today to 2 different people. I had a 9:45 tech convention that I had to be on, Urban Tech Connect. Then I had to go do another little thing, and then I had another tech convention
When you
conference
got
I
here.
just dropped, and then this. So that's what I'm saying. There ain't never enough time in the day to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
And I got to go home and pack and fly out at 7:49 in the morning.
How about it? How
So-
about it? You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Okay, he's good. We keep it moving.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Tell me this, man. I kind of know on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
But what does a day in the life of Arabian Prince look like when I don't see you on Monday and Wednesday, those off days where we're not playing golf? What does that consist of?
Yeah, work on some music. I always work on a little music every day. Now I'm streaming on Twitch, doing that a couple days a week,
Yeah.
you know, interacting with people on Twitch, building PCs and getting that company together. But a lot of it has to do with doing stuff in the inner cities, teaching kids how to get into technology. And, you know, I just got a call from the Inglewood School Board or the city of Inglewood. They want to turn Inglewood into like a mecca for kids and technology and, you know, animation and technology and entertainment and all of that. So they're bringing me in to help them scale that and esports and all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I
Yeah.
like to do is go back and tell these kids coming up how to flip the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody hustling to make money. There's a lot of hustles that you ain't got to get shot for. And if you could tell them how to do it, then they'll go do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's got to be rewarding
Yeah,
to
it's
some
gotta-
degree, right?
it is,
You're giving
and-
down
and-
game to future generations.
Yeah,
you
and I
know?
always tell the running joke is if I teach them game, that they go out and do some shit, then maybe they won't rob me. Because when I go back to Compton,
Yeah.
man, some of my little cousins be, motherfucker, what the fuck you out here doing, man?
Yeah.
Calm your ass down.
You be rolling up tough in that Benzo.
Hey,
You know, you want to make sure it's still there when you get outside.
there you go. But you know, I still got my ghetto pass.
That's right. That's right, man. True indeed, man. True indeed. I'm good, guys. Wait a minute. There was something I wanted to talk to you about, man. It just slipped my mind because I got into your response there. And I believe it was a golf-related
Okay.
question.
Well, just to let y'all know, we ain't just talking about golf because we like it. We talking about golf because we good. So
Yeah.
put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah. Come out here and get took for your money one good time and you understand what it is. But, you know, we win some and we lose some. One day I'm paying him, one day he's paying me.
There you
so-
go. I'm gonna tell you something funny though. There's something about golf, man. Golf is kind of like, you know, people from the hood. Like if I see you, I don't even have to know you. I'm walking down the street and you see somebody, you be like, you know what I'm saying? That's a natural shit. Golf's the same way. You be somewhere, dude, and you see a motherfucker, and you can see there's something he got on. It's like that Jedi mind shit, motherfucker. Titleist. You know, like one little shit on his hat that you recognize. You be like, and he see you with yours, he be like, same shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
About golf, man, here's the question. How long you been playing?
Man, so I'll tell you how I got in. My attorneys got me in. When I finally got attorneys, the only time I could really get at them was on the golf course, because they was always on the golf course, right? And they invited me out to that little I wonder if that golf course is still there. The one where Baby Doe's is. Is there a golf course there? Is it Baby Doe's? There was a 9-hole executive golf course off the 710 and the 60 years ago. I don't know if it's still there. I thought it was at Quiet Canyon or Baby Doe.
No, you're talking about Monterey Park? Monterey Park.
Do they have a 9-hole?
Up on the hill, yeah. It's a 9-hole.
Is it got lights?
Got lights.
That's
yeah.
the one.
Monterey Park.
So went there. Never played golf in my life. Maybe, putt golf or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I was meeting them one evening because they had a check for me and a contract to sign.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna come pick up that check. So they out there, lights, it's at night.
Yeah.
It's right next to the freeway, right?
That's right.
Okay, that's where I
Over
was at.
across from the children's,
Yep.
yeah,
That's
children's
where I was.
court.
That's where I was at. So
I know because I went to children's court there against Yo, funky ass. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go out there, man. They like, oh, come play some golf. I'm like, man, fuck that. I don't play no golf. This is whack. Right? No, just give me my check. No, come on, man. Just hit the golf club. Take the book club. Miss
Hold
the
it
ball.
down.
I didn't even touch the ball,
You
dude.
didn't touch it.
Miss
Swing and a
everything.
miss.
Say, no, slow down. Just easy. So I take this shit. That's all par threes. Clap. Hit the ball. It goes out into the dark. We get up there looking for my ball. We can't find it. Somebody, see, I tell you, man, fuck this game. I'm out. They pulled the stick out. My ball was in the hole.
Hole in one or two?
Hole in one. Well, I missed the first one, so it's technically a hole in one because it's the first time I ever made contact with a golf ball. It went in the hole. I never saw it go in the hole, so I don't know if it hit a tree or hit something and roll. You know what I'm saying? But it went in the hole. And to have that shit happen, especially to a shopaholic, I'm like, oh shit, that's fire. And they was like, man, that shit ain't never happened. Like, that happened a million years. Man, the next day, man, I was at Roger Dunn buying the biggest Big Bertha golf clubs.
Yeah.
I had like the titanium tungsten irons for like $2,000. I had like the tour bag. Nobody told me I shouldn't have bought the tour bag to carry around with. Like a big ass leather Callaway bag. I bought all that shit, dude. I was hooked. So I think I started in like 91. I've been playing that long.
Yeah, there, me too.
89, 91, something like that.
91, after me and Kid Frost shared a tour bus on our first tour. And he kept telling me, you got to go out and play golf. I'm a semi-pro. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Man, he beat my head with that from California all the way through Texas into St. Petersburg.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we got back, we was all swole, man.
Yeah.
We went right to Roger Dunn.
Yeah, and just started peeling it off.
Peeled it out, and we went right out and played. We didn't even go home. We didn't get our cars or anything, We went straight there, man. That was crazy. And I never stopped playing. There was years where I played less, you know.
Same here. Yeah.
I was in a couple shitty marriages. Excuse me. In a couple shitty marriages where I didn't play as much, because I'm over here watching shit and shit got funky.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some good years too. I ain't gonna lie, some good years, but shit happens and you kind of, your game kind of suffers a little bit. Then you get back on. Yeah. And you got to refine all your mechanics and fine tune everything.
Yeah, for me it was basketball. I mean, I played in like 3 basketball leagues every year up until COVID, man. So I was playing a lot less golf because I was playing a lot more basketball. You know what I mean? And when I was playing a lot more golf, man, I was waking up every morning. I've been doing it a little bit now and then. Last week before last I did it. Woke up at like 5:30 and went and played the back 9. Because you can get out at 5:45 at sunrise, 6 o'clock a.m., and get 9 holes in about an hour and a half.
Still have the whole rest of your day.
Boom. Get back home, be like 9 o'clock, you done. 8 o'clock, 8:30, got some golf holes in, and you done.
Guys, this has been the legend, Arabian Prince. I am your guy, Mellow Man Ace. This is the Havana Lounge podcast. Thank you for tuning in this week. I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
Man,
I'm
we
gonna
just
give me
been
some
chopping
fried
it up.
chicken.
And I think I'm gonna come with you. P, you good?
P's good.
Everybody's
good.
Yo, I think we out of here. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show, man. With my friends, Arabian Prince, Joseph Blackwell. I know I have. And so I just want to say, join me next week when my guest will be none other than Crazy Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony will be in the building. And so in the words of the great Curtis Mayfield, man, don't forget, people, that your dream is your only scheme. So keep on pushing and move on up. I'm your host, Mellow Man Ace, saying peace.
Wait, can I say one more thing before you log off?
Yeah.
Just one more quick thing?
Nah, for sure.
And in the words of Chris Rock, how much for them ribs? How much for them ribs? $1?
Right here, this camera right
This camera here?
in the middle.
Can I get ribs for $1? $1 some ribs. Yeah.
Good, let's go get them ribs. My man, Arabian Prince.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Much love, family.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Thank